in my troubled sea. In the silence you won't let go. In the questions your truth will hold. Your great love will lead me through. You are the peace in my troubled sea. Oh, you are the peace in my troubled sea.
Today we're going to do a map, and now this map is about our treasure story today, and it's about following the map. Okay, so I thought it would be nice today if we actually drew our own maps. So I got a piece of white paper, but it can be a crumpled piece of paper. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I've just chosen the white paper. And what I've done is I've drawn a line all the way round to give it a squiggly line, and then I've drawn another line into it to make it look like a C. And then I'm going to get another piece of a pen, and I'm going to draw trees. I like trees, so I quite like drawing trees. And we're going to draw a massive tree. And there's the branches. It doesn't have to be a perfect map. Okay, so I've drawn a tree, and so under my tree I'm going to have some greenery because it's near the river, so it will mean nice green. Okay, now I expect your maps to be so much better than mine because I'm just quickly showing you what to do. And then I'm going to get another pen, and I'm going to draw what am I going to draw? I'm going to draw some sky and clouds. Okay. And then I'm going to draw, what else am I going to draw? Oh, we need some footpaths, don't we? So I'm going to draw in some footpaths. Now, I'm going to start my footpath this way. So this is my footpath. And it's going to go in all directions, because it's not going to be an easy treasure to find. So we could go this way, or we could even go this way. Okay, or we can even go back on ourselves like this. Or we could go this way and take a direction this way. And I am going to finish my map in a bit. But what we're going to do is I'm going to hide my treasure so that you can't see it. So I'm going to make it finished by the end of the program you're watching.
Today, our Bible message is from Psalms 119, and it's verses 9 to 16. Now I'm going to read this to you first, and then we'll talk about what it actually means. How can a young person live a pure life? ? By obeying your word. I try with all my heart to serve you. Help me obey your commands. I study your teaching very carefully so that I will not sin against you. Lord, you are worthy of praise. Teach me your laws. I will repeat the laws we have heard from you. I will enjoy following your rules as much as others enjoy riches. I will study your instructions. I will give thought to your way of life. I enjoy your laws. I will not forget your word. Now, this is King David's philosophy in life. He's talking about the fact that actually what he wants to do, he wants to follow God in every way possible. He wants to serve God. He wants to know him more and learn about him more. And so he's burying all those scriptures into his heart. He wants to know him. Now, it's a bit like why we're doing a map, because a map gives us directions. It's a physical thing that we follow. Now we can follow sat-nav, we can follow a big paper map. I don't know if any of you will think about doing DV, and you have to learn to follow a map. And if you go off direction, you could get very lost. So you're having to learn how a map works and how you follow it. Now, it's a bit like learning about the scriptures. The scriptures give us direction. It helps us to find God. It helps us to find what Jesus is all about. And if we don't follow it, and we think we're following it, but we haven't read it and we haven't learnt it, a bit like it's saying, I repeat the laws we have learnt from you. So things like 10 Commandments and the fruits of the Spirit and everything else, they all link in together. Jesus wants us to be that person that he's come down to teach us about. He wants to give us direction. He wants to love us. He wants to care for us. But equally, he wants you to love him and to learn about him. And the only way we learn is by actually reading and seeing. And Jesus has given us this book of scripture to follow. Even Jesus followed the scriptures. He was found in his father's temple. He wanted to learn. He was absolutely embedded into the temple so he could know about his father. Now, isn't that amazing that we could be part of that if we follow his direction by following him in the Bible and learning so much more about him in the Bible. And you know, we watch all these movies and we see all these things happening, and we always see people coming out the best side of things. Sometimes maybe they don't, but generally on the whole, there's always sort of a happy ending. This Bible gives us direction. It helps us through our different kinds of journeys that we might be struggling with, or we might have a friend that's struggling with something and we want to help them. How do we help them? You know, like the Good Samaritan, do we walk on the other side of the priest walks past and ignores this man because he's scared? Or do we actually do what the Samaritan did and help somebody? Now, it doesn't mean to say that you're going to be caught up in cops and robbers and all this sort of stuff, but it just means that in the school playground, you can actually help someone. And if you follow what Jesus wants us to do, which is some of his parables, he tells how he wants us to help people. He tells us those stories through his own learnings and how he describes things when he was a child. So we just need to do the same, but put it in the context of this world as well, because everything's different. And we're following different rules and regulations with the COVID virus, and we're just looking for direction and ways to get around it. And the government are giving us directions, and that's good because all these scientists are helping us to stay safe. But actually we can also revert back into the Bible and say, God, are we doing the right thing? Or are we actually doing the wrong thing by not wearing our mask, or not doing something, or not keeping a distance that we've been given that direction for? And you will find the answers, no matter what age you are, what direction you want to go in. God will put you right back in the right path if you just follow the Bible and use the Bible like a map to learn more about him and understand him. So I hope that's helped you today with looking at why we spend time in the Bible and what we are trying to learn about ourselves and our relationship with God.
When I am sad, he loves me. When I am happy, he's with me. When I am scared, he loves me.
is a river of love, and it flows from heaven above. He'll take every sin you have and he'll wash it away. Wax on, wax off. Jump in the water today. You won't drown if you learn to pray. Well, my Jesus is a river of love, and it's flowing your way. Well, my Jesus is a river of love, and it flows from heaven above. He'll take every sin you have and he'll wash